Taurus.
Hello Taurus, happy September. This is your reading for September 2017, and it's an awesome month starting off here with a lot of family involvement. Mother, father, siblings, whatnot, but also your home, your foundation, real estate. It's also who you are in your own inner foundation. Venus and Mars both here, also with Mercury, which is currently still retrograde. Which it has been since August, August 12th, yes, and it will be to September 5th. And so this is in your fourth house for your inner self, for your home, family, structure, and so forth. You'll see how it's just going to be a really great time, though, to catch up with projects at home you've been thinking about, delaying for a long time. Maybe you've been doing this throughout the last portion of August, and you will within this first week of September. So it's great catching up on it, but it is also a lovely time because it's in the sign of Leo, which is the heart center, right? So you're really going to be putting a lot of love into these weeks. Now, on September 5th, Mars will be moving out of your home area into the 5th house of joy and self-expression, taking vacation maybe, even if it might be a little late one, but it's all great, it's good. Mars is active and it's action-oriented towards sports and those things that you love to do, whether it's the arts, whatever you find, but you'll see that Venus is going to be following in and following suit here on September 19th. And when we have both Venus and Mars in the 5th house, well, it's the house of love and romance as well. So this could be a great month for you to find that partner if you're single, and if you are in a relationship, well, it's really going to up the game as both of you will be very interactive in expressing that love. But it's a great time to dive into the arts if you are artsy, as the 5th house really truly does support you doing everything that you love to do. Talents and skills and so forth may surface at this time. Then we have, of course, the remnants of the eclipses there in August 7th and 21st. We're going to be feeling the effects of that this month, and we're going to be touching on how it might directly be affecting you. And I've also prepared this month for you, as you'll see up here if you click the I button, a day-to-day calendar where we're going to list all the aspects, all the transits of the moon. And the moon is how we react, it's how we respond, it's how we feel, how we emote, and so forth. And of course, here on our monthly horoscopes, we address all the major aspects, but not the lunar aspects. There's just way too many of them on a day-to-day basis. There would never be enough time. So I've prepared a full-hour video for you, so you want to go listen to that maybe if you're interested when you've listened to this. And you can access it at any time by going to the I button throughout the oncoming month, or you might also just type in Astrology September calendar 2017 and you'll find it there, all right? So listen, at the top of the month here, we got Mars and Uranus. They're trine. Mars is action, your activity towards what? Well, Uranus always brings surprises, and Uranus for you is in the 12th house, which is our subconsciousness. You might have a dream that's going to send you off, a clear vision, since the 12th house is all about clairvoyance and psychic energy and being really aligned and attuned to one's higher self. So Mars being in your 4th house, you might get this intuition that has to do with one or more of your family members, or if you're looking to buying and selling property, you might have an insight how to stage your home beautifully, since the 12th house is also very artistic, being the Piscean house, right? So on the 3rd, you're kicking into action. I feel your communication is really up to speed. There's no procrastination. It's going to be a very active day to be on the phone, give out messages and so forth. And you're feeling really aligned to bring whatever vision you had there at the top of the month, to bring it out. Now, some of this transformation will already be visible to you on the 9th, when the Sun, which is you, Taurus, and Pluto is all about that personal transformation. Pluto is in your, let me find it, in your 9th house for higher education, higher thinking, your philosophical, I'm sorry, your philosophical self, the way you spiritually look at the world. So when the Sun and Pluto comes together here, there is this, I'd say, something that just opens up here on your higher channels, bringing in, and if you're up to test today, you're going to do extremely well. If you're traveling, you could have a very powerful, profound experience here on the 9th. Now on the 12th, we got Venus and Saturn. Venus is all about love, it's about creativity, it's about money too, and Saturn coming in wanting to ground it. That's what Saturn always does for us. And when Saturn is beautifully aspected like this, it brings the security together. And Saturn being in your 8th house, which is a money house, it's the money that you have with your partner or partners. It could also be royalties or commissions. If you've been waiting on this to come to you, this would be a great day to receive it. If you're signing up for any new insurance policies, that kind of thing, or if you're working on late taxes, this could be a good day to get all your receipts together because there's that energy that grounds you. On the 13th, you might feel a little tired just because the Sun and Saturn are now square. Maybe you took out a lot of energy here in the previous days. This is a good day just to recharge somewhat, because on the 15th, here we have love and romance. And it's a day of generosity. It's a day of giving. Venus, which rules both romantic love, but also money and the things that we value. It represents beauty. With Jupiter, there is this sense of abundance, right? And so when these two come together and Jupiter is in your 6th house, Venus being in your 4th house, I feel this could be between your home, family members, and the work that you do, or it could be something coming to you or you giving to a coworker. Maybe you're working on some kind of project together, but this should be a very beautiful day. On the 16th, there's a lot of communication. This is Mercury and Mars, they're conjunct. And Mars is now in the sign of Virgo. It's in your 5th house of love and romance, so you might just be chatting up a storm with your partner here today. You might be working on some very nice creative project because you're geared. Your Mars is really now focused on wanting to achieve, which it has been doing from September 5th, and here we are looking at the 16th. So this whole last week you might have been very focused, and today you're going to be talking about it, sharing, maybe also getting in touch with a service person that might be very supportive or give you some extra insights of how to finish something, but you're doing great, and you'll see those results on the 17th when Venus and Uranus gets together. Now Venus is coming into your 5th house of love and self-expression and your creative artistic self on the 19th, so we're only just a couple of days away from it, sitting there on the 5th cusp, and with such a great aspect to Uranus, I feel that you're filtering through insights. You might have powerful dreams at this point, which can lead and guide you to open up for higher inspirations creatively, which you're going to be taking out in the oncoming week, now when Venus meets up with Mars in this area. We also have a little bit of choices, all right? And you know how we navigate by our inner compass, right? So our thoughts, Mercury, might be a little bit off, or it might be trying to find its beautiful balance point there with Neptune. It's in an opposition, so I'd like to say it might not be in the best place to make a decision on this day, because you might feel a little lost, a little confused, but then there's no rush, is there? A couple of days later, I feel that this Mercury, which was seeking the perfect path, is now extremely extremely clear, not just clear, extremely laser clear as Pluto comes in and supports it, and boom, there you have your answer. So for a couple of days there, you're just researching, you're thinking, you're sensing, you're feeling your way, right? Which is really, really great. Now, once that is all said and done, the last few days of September might be back to that navigation needle again. We got several oppositions coming in. We got Mars and Neptune. They're at odds. We got Jupiter and Uranus. They're at odds in opposition. We got Venus, Love, Neptune, also at odds. So we're not quite sure. And this is, of course, a very collective consciousness kind of thing. It's not just for you, Taurus. This is for all of us. These are the transits that we're receiving. What I would like to say about that is whenever doubt comes in, you know, that is a clear message in itself. It's our higher self saying, hang on, just wait just a little bit, right, until clarity comes back. So we might feel that life is slowing down a little bit, on hold for right now, but there's always a reason for it. So I would say this is a time to really go within. The answers aren't necessarily out there. It's going within. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go with this? You know, and there's no haste because we still have days to come now as we switch into October. And so between the 24th and the rest of the month, it's all about sensing, feeling our way. Now, we do have the moons. We got the full moon there. It's September 6th, 13 degrees in Pisces. So this is going to be illuminating your area of hopes and dreams, all those things that you've been working towards. And think about those eclipses there in August, right? This is the first full moon thereafter, and it should absolutely show you the benefits of what that eclipse did. It's going to bring to you a fruition of it. And this full moon is conjunct Neptune, which really has to do with envisioning your dreams, and it's in the area of hopes and dreams. So the great full moon here for you, Taurus. The new moon, September 20th, will be 27 degrees in Virgo. So for you, that's your 5th house, which is a great place to have a new moon. Remember, this is where we place our intentions. What do we want, right? And of course, this new moon will be feeling and picking up some of that solar eclipse new moon of August. And you're going to see how this is going to start expanding the area for you within your self-expression, your creativity, interaction with your children, but also romantically. What a great time. Beautiful new moon there on September 20th. So listen, Taurus, this is what I had for you in short here for September. You can go listen to your day-to-day calendar, come back and revisit, re-listen to that as we scoot ahead. And I'll see you in October.